Japan runs on a social contract most people don't even realize exists until they accidentally break it. The trains run on it. The streets run on it. You can leave something unattended and walk away, and it'll be there when you get back. Not because of cameras or security, but because of that contract. This video is about 15 moments where that contract becomes visible, where you're asked to do something that feels completely backwards, and then realize the entire system only works because everyone agrees to do it that way. Number 1. Heated toilet seats with bidet functions. You sit down in a Japanese public restroom and the seat is warm, and your first instinct is that something is wrong. Someone was just here. This is unsanitary. You want to stand back up? The toilet isn't just heated either. It has a bidet function, a dryer, a deodorizer, pressure controls, and in some models a sensor that opens the lid before you even touch it. Japan calls these washlets, and they're in roughly 80% of Japanese households. They weren't built to feel luxurious. The bidet function cuts paper waste and is more hygienic than paper alone. Number 2. Slurping noodles instead of eating quietly. You're sitting at a ramen counter and the person next to you is slurping so loudly you can hear it over the whole restaurant. And nobody around them reacts at all, and you're sitting there eating quietly because that's what you were taught to do. Slurping noodles in Japan isn't just acceptable, it's the correct technique. Pulling air in with the noodles cools them down as they travel from bowl to mouth, which matters because ramen broth runs close to boiling. The slurp is a delivery mechanism. Number 3. Sleeping in a capsule hotel. The capsule is about 2 meters long and 1 meter wide, and when you slide in and pull the privacy screen closed, you're in a space smaller than the back seat of most cars. The first question your brain asks is whether there's enough air. Capsule hotels exist because Tokyo land prices are extraordinary, and the original customers were salarymen who missed the last train and needed somewhere to be horizontal until the morning commute started again. Not comfort. Number 4. Using a restaurant ticket vending machine before ordering. You walk into a restaurant and there's no host, no server, just a machine near the door with pictures of every item on the menu. And you're supposed to put your money in, press what you want, and hand the ticket to someone in the kitchen. The machine is called a shocken key. And what it actually does is remove a whole layer of friction from the operation. Payments done before you sit down, so there's no bill at the end, no card reader, no splitting. Number 5. Carrying cash despite living in a high-tech country. You're in a country with toilets that have more buttons than most remote controls, trains that arrive within seconds of their scheduled time, and vending machines that sell hot coffee and umbrellas. And then you try to pay for lunch and the restaurant is cash only. It feels like a contradiction, but it's not a gap in the system. Japan's cash culture exists because small restaurants and shops run on thin margins, and a 2 or 3% card processing fee on every transaction is real money. Number 6. Sending luggage ahead with Taku Haiban delivery services. Taku Haiban is Japan's door-to-door luggage forwarding system, and it runs between airports, train stations, and hotels with a reliability that's basically perfect. You fill out a form, hand the bag to a counter, and walk away. Number 7. Taking your shoes off before entering many indoor spaces. You step into a traditional restaurant or a ryokan, and there's a low step at the entrance with a row of shoes lined up below it, and the message is immediate. Shoes come off here. The floor is the reason. Japanese floors aren't just surfaces you walk across, they're surfaces people sit on, eat on, and sleep on. Tatami mats and traditional wooden floors only work at that level of use if outdoor dirt never reaches them. Number 8. Using public baths, onsen and sento with strangers. The sign at the entrance says, "No swimwear," and you're about to share a bath with strangers, and nobody in there will be wearing anything. Onsen etiquette is strict. You wash completely at the individual shower stations before you get anywhere near the main bath. You don't bring your towel into the water, and you keep your voice low. Those rules create a shared environment where the nudity stops being the thing you're focused on almost immediately. Number 9. Buying full meals from convenience stores. It's midnight and you're hungry, and the only thing open is a 7-Eleven, and someone tells you the food is actually good. And you don't believe them until you peel open an onigiri and it's fresh. The category doesn't compute at first because where you're from, convenience store food means something sitting under a heat lamp since noon. Japan's konbini work on a completely different supply chain, with fresh food deliveries running multiple times a day. Number 10. Trusting unattended items to remain where they were left. Japan's lost and found return rate is one of the highest anywhere in the world. Wallets turned in to police stations come back to their owners with the cash still inside, not because there are cameras everywhere, but because taking something that isn't yours carries a real social cost in a culture where group trust isn't abstract, it's daily currency. Leaving a bag to hold a seat is so normal it has a name, sekitori, and cafes operate around it. Number 11. Using transparent umbrellas during rainstorms. It starts raining in Tokyo, and within about 30 seconds, every person on the street has the exact same umbrella. Clear plastic dome, curved handle, bought from a konbini for a few hundred yen. Your first thought is that it looks cheap, like something sold at an airport because they ran out of real ones. It's transparent for a specific reason. Tokyo's sidewalks are narrow and packed, and when it rains hard, you've got hundreds of umbrellas moving at shoulder height in both directions. An opaque umbrella cuts your sightline completely. A clear one lets you see through it so you can track the person coming toward you and adjust before you collide. Number 12. Riding trains in near silence during rush hour. You're on a packed train at 8 in the morning, pressed shoulder to shoulder with strangers, and it's almost completely silent. No phone calls, no audio leaking from earbuds, no conversations at full volume, just the sound of the train. In most cities, a crowded car is a loud one. Number 13. Storing bags in coin lockers while exploring a city. You arrive at the station with a bag you don't want to carry all day, and right near the exit there's a wall of coin lockers in different sizes. You put the bag in, lock it, pocket the key, and walk out with nothing but your wallet. The hesitation is real. What if someone breaks into it? What if you lose the key? What if the station closes before your bag? But Japan's coin locker network covers virtually every major station. Number 14. Letting a heated toilet do most of the cleaning. You've already sat down on the warm seat. Now you're staring at the control panel with your hand hovering over it, because there's a button that sends a stream of water, and you haven't pressed it yet. The discomfort isn't really about the water, it's that your brain treats your current method as correct by default, so anything different feels wrong before you've even tried it. The bidet function delivers a temperature-controlled stream at adjustable pressure, and the nozzle cleans itself and retracts when you're done. Number 15. Depending on trains instead of owning a car in major cities. A lot of Tokyo residents don't own a car, and it's not because they can't afford one. It's because owning one would actually make their lives worse. Car ownership in Tokyo comes with costs that don't exist in lower density cities. The suitcase waiting at your hotel. None of it works without a shared agreement between every person using the system.